More than 300 wild reindeer were killed after being struck by lightning in Norway. And their government is saying that it's an unusual event. Scientists are saying it's not uncommon for wildlife to be killed by lightning strikes. Lightning deaths occur in groups a lot. But to me, it just reminds me like a plague of locusts or something. It's weird. Like, that type of stuff is stuff I've only seen in the movies. People think that lightning only hits trees, but it hits the ground. And if it hits the ground, the energy, when it spreads along the ground surface, if you're anywhere near that lightning strike, you absorb it and you get shocked. Lightning current travels up one leg and down another, so animals are more vulnerable because their legs are more spread out. The ground currents travel more easier in their bodies. It was 323 reindeer, including 70 calves, and they were killed on Friday. The pictures of these animals. It was at a national park, and that park actually has about 10,000 reindeer there, and it's one of Europe's largest herd. One of the spokesperson for the Norwegian Environment Agency said that the reindeer tend to stay very close to each other in bad weather, and that could possibly explain how so many were killed at once. They were probably really, really close. It's not uncommon for reindeer or other wildlife to be killed by lightning strike. Lord, like, it's so many things happening in the world, and I know Christians are seeing this. I wouldn't be surprised if a minister or pastor or something tried to use this event as a sign of times, as a sign of Jesus coming back, God not being happy with the world and deciding to just strike down a whole bunch of reindeer. Samples were collected from the animals as part of a national survey to test for chronic wasting disease, a nervous system disease found in deers and elk that results in brain lesions. Normally, the agency will leave the dead animals where they are and let nature take its course. But given concerns over the spread of CWD, the officials decided to test them before they made a final decision. And I just can only imagine what that's looking like. I wouldn't be surprised if a whole bunch of people just randomly came to that park just to see that. Because even though it's a sad thing, the way that it looks, that's not something you see often. But man, it just reminds me of like some type of story from the book of Revelations. So I could see how Christians could be believing that this is part of a sign of the times. The other day I posted on my Facebook page and I said something along the lines of, when you were younger, did you think that life would be the way it is right now? Did you think that life would be the way that it is right now? And someone said, yes, the Lord, such and such. And I'm like, oh God, is there any time that you will be able to think independently without using the Lord as your crutch? Okay, I'm not the Antichrist, don't worry. I'm not an atheist either. But Christians make every event that's happening in life about the Lord. And sometimes I think it's just natural happenstance in the world sometimes.